What is up, my bamboo shoots? Rampan1 here, and welcome to Dueling Network video number 24. I said number 22 yesterday when it was actually number 23, so I kind of fucked that up, but I digress. Anyway, today we're going to be covering a new deck recipe. These cards have actually been out for about a month, the main cards in this deck. And it was about the same time Black Ops 2 came out, so obviously I took a break from Dueling Network when that game came out. I believe it was the same day. It was an hour before I got the game. So I kind of missed out on doing some videos on them, but I'm going to start doing them here now. And the first deck we're going to be covering is Heart-eartH. Now, I believe there was a spelling mistake when these cards first came out. It was like, I can't call them Heart-eartH because that's what it looked like. But anyway, these Heart-eartH cards, there's only two of them, number 53 Heart-eartH and number 92 Heart-eartH Dragon. And basically, they sort of remind me of a Ubel sort of card. So Heart-eartH takes 3 level 5 monsters, and once per turn, when this card is targeted for an attack, this card gains attack equal to the original attack of the attacking monster until the end phase. If this card on the field will be destroyed, you can detach one XYZ material from this card instead. When this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, while it has no XYZ materials, you can special summon one number 92 Heart-eartH Dragon from your extra deck and attach this card from the graveyard to it as an XYZ material. Then the Dragon, 3 level 9 monsters. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this card. During your opponent's end phase, you can detach one XYZ material from this card, banish all cards that your opponent normal summoned, special summoned, or set this turn. When this card is destroyed while it has an XYZ material, you can special summon it from the graveyard. When you do, it gains 1000 attack for each card currently banished. So yeah, we don't have any level 9s in this deck, so the way we get this out, of course, is through Heart-eartH. So we do miss out on some of his effects, but the main effect that we concentrate on with the Dragon is this card cannot be destroyed by battle, and your opponent takes any battle damage that you would have taken, and also the effect that when it is being destroyed, it can be re-summoned because it had a material on it. And then if there just happens to be some banished cards, it gains 1000 attack for each, but we tried to avoid that because we like it to have 0 attack, so when we attack opponent's monsters they take all the battle damage. And same with Heart-eartH, really. We just the main reason we have this card is just to get Dragon out. But a lot of times we don't even go into Heart-eartH or Dragon, and we just use the other monsters in this deck. So let me just cover the deck. So we have 3 Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons are of course a level 5. 3 Endless Decays. These are also level 5. If you have 2000 life points or less, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normal or special summon, this card's attack becomes half the opponent's life points. And then we have Estelle Drone. This is a new card that was released with the Heart-eartH. This card can be treated as a level 5 monster for an XYZ summon. An XYZ monster that was summoned using this card as an XYZ material gains the effect. When it's summoned, draw 1 card. We have 3 of those. 3 Garbage Lords. You can special summon this card from your hand by paying 2000 life points, and it can only be used as an XYZ material for dark type monsters. So all of these level 5 except for the Drone, which is level 4, but its effect can make it in level 5 for an XYZ summon. Then we have Garbage Ogre. You can just discard this card from your hand to the graveyard, and that way you can add 1 Garbage Lord to your hand. 3 Trickies. So you just basically discard 1 card and you can special summon it. And then we have 3 Vice Dragons, pretty much the same thing as Cyber Dragon, just so we can special summon it when my opponent has monsters and we don't. 1 Foolish Barrel. The reason we have this is because we have 3 Call of the Haunted, so if we draw into both of them on a certain turn, Foolish Burial into any level 5 and then just Call of the Haunted it back. 3 Gold Sarcophaguses. These are mainly used to get the XYZ Double Back cards, which I'll explain in a minute. 3 Instant Fusions, again just to get some level 5 fusion monsters out for our XYZ summons. 1 Monster Reborn. 3 Night Beams. 3 XYZ Double Back, so I'll explain those in a sec. 3 Call of the Haunteds. 1 Mirror Force, and 1 Ultimate Offering. Now, the XYZ Double Back, if you control no monsters and an XYZ monster was destroyed this turn while under your control, target 1 XYZ monster that was destroyed this turn and 1 monster with equal or less attack in the graveyard. Special summon those targets, but they will be destroyed during the end phase. And that's pretty much what we get out of this card. We just bring, when we use it, we are bringing back from the grave a 1 number 53 Heart-earth. And then the card we bring back with it is either an Endless Decay or a Garbage Lord, because they're the only monsters in our deck that have less attack than 100. And then basically we just let them get destroyed at the end phase. And because Heart-earth is getting destroyed at the end phase while it has no XYZ materials, you are able to special summon the Heart-earth Dragon. And that's basically a nice little combo that I have for this deck, and that's how I like to use it. But we can also use the XYZ Double Backs, say if we attack with it and the opponent activates a Mirror Force on one of our other rank 5 XYZ monsters, then we can just simply bring it back with something else and then XYZ into something else if we happen to have a Call of the Haunted or Monster Reborn, something like that. So definitely, if you're not trying to get the Heart-earth cards, this is definitely a good card to use. And you don't even have to put the Heart-earth cards into this deck. You can use other rank 5s if you want. This is just a nice deck to get rank 5 XYZ monsters out on the field. But anyway, for our extra deck we have 3 man-eating black sharks, so they're level 5 fusion monsters and they go well with the instant fusions. Then we have 3 Adreus, Keeper of Armageddon, so 2 level 5 monsters, just a nice little support card for this deck. And like I said, you don't even have to run the Heart-earth, so if that's not your thing, you can just run normal rank 5 XYZ monsters. Which I have another deck that does that, so it's definitely a viable option. It's probably the better option because the Heart-earth cards they're good cards, but you want to see them in a competitive playing environment, and I normally just play them for fun. So then we have 2 number 53 Heart-earths, 3 number 61 Volcasaurus, just a very good card to take big chunks of your opponent's life points out. 2 Heart-earth Dragons, and then 2 Tiras, Keeper of Genesis. Just some great rank 5 XYZs there. So I pretty much went over the main strategy of the deck. Normally you're going to draw into at least 3 ways. This is one of the only decks that I opt to go second. But you're normally going to draw into the 3 cards you need, whether it's whether you're going to draw into 3 Garbage Lords, which sometimes happen, whether you draw into a Tricky, a Drone, and a Lord. You can draw into one of the Cyber or the Vice Dragons, a Tricky, and a Drone if you want. A lot of the time you draw into instant fusions, so just pay 1,000 to get a level 5 out. There's so many ways to get your basic level 5 monsters out, and then you simply just XYZ into what you want. Like I said, you don't have to use Heart-earths, you can use your just normal rank 5 XYZs. That works perfectly fine and normally works better in a lot of cases. One card that you just want to pay attention to is Endless Decay, because a lot of the time your life points will go below 2,000, so with instant fusions and Garbage Lords and whatsoever. But even if they don't go under 2,000 and you happen to just sacrifice summon this or bring it back from the graveyard, Monster Reborn or Call of the Haunted, watch out, because its effect does give it a lot of attack points, so just pay attention to that, and maybe you can get a few direct attacks off if that's an option at the time of the duel. And you can normally bring a big chunk of your opponent's life points down. So yeah, I think I covered all of the strategies for that deck. As usual, the deck's in the description if you want to go ahead and build it. I definitely recommend building this one, I wouldn't be covering it otherwise. Duh. But anyway guys, that's the deck recipe. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, rate and comment down below telling me what you thought, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all the other videos I post. Again guys, this is Rampanner1, and I'm out. Peace, thank you for watching.